everyone, and welcome to a new episode of the Game Art Talk podcast. My guest today is Lim Eric Harianto. Hey, Lim, how you doing?
Hi, I'm doing great.
We worked together for Leartes a bit, and we just had the idea to make an interview with you, as you being also um, doing tutorials on the Discord, and more people coming across your cool portfolio.
Thank you. Yeah.
So give us a short introduction. How old are you? Where are you coming from? Yeah.
Okay, sure. Yeah, my name is Lim Eric Harianto. You can just call me Lim or Eric. I'm from Indonesia. Right now I'm 24 years old. Uh, I've been in the industry like for since 2015, so it's almost 6 years now. Yeah, I mainly do props since the beginning of my career. A lot of props like statues, wooden tables, something like that. Also, sometimes I'm trusted to do weapons and foliage.
Hmm.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, because when I look at your portfolio, you did lots of rings for Demon Souls,
Yeah.
but also some really cool statues. So
Yeah.
how does this come together? Like these are statues are mainly character stuff. How was it for you to tackle the new task?
Yeah. So actually, when I started to learn about 3D modeling, I learned about how to create a character. So more or less I already know how to like start doing a human body. So
Hmm.
yeah, the main challenge maybe it's making the fabric because I have to do a lot of simulation in Marvelous Designer. But other than that, it's pretty straightforward. Just after doing the simulation in Marvelous Designer, then I just go to ZBrush for sculpting, and then retopo for retopo part definitely it's a lot easier than doing retopologize for a fully functional animated character
Yeah,
because
yeah.
yeah
Because it's aesthetic, right?
yes,
It
correct.
doesn't have to be moved, and it
Yeah.
doesn't the polyflow doesn't need to be perfect.
Yeah, correct. So yeah. I
So you did the cloth simulation in Marvelous.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I also like kind of add some, like minor faults in ZBrush because sometimes Marvelous Designer doesn't give you a default that you want. Like, yeah, it's kind of tricky actually.
Yeah, yeah. So you tricked around with ZBrush a bit,
Yeah,
so it looks good in the end.
not really
Uh,
looks good, but read better in the game engine. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So have you been freelancing for forever, or is this like have you had a studio job before?
Yeah, I got a studio job before, so a little bit of backstory. I started my career as a 3D junior artist in a local indie game studio in Indonesia. And
Hmm.
then after that, I continue to work for an outsource company called Redl in Shanghai. I'm really fortunate to work there because I got the opportunity to work for a numbers of AAA game titles like um, God Over 4. That's the title that I'm most proud of. And then
Okay.
yeah, and then like Horizon Zero. It's a small part, but yeah, I participated in Horizon Zero Dawn 2 also, as well as
Oh,
76.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is like when the game is released, like in 1 year, you can show some stuff you have done for the game.
Actually, the contract said that I cannot show anything that
Mm,
I've done for the
mm.
game. So yeah,
Okay,
that's. And
that's
then
kind
after
of unfortunate.
yeah, then after I'm working for Red Hot CG, then I started to decided to like working full time freelancer until now.
Okay, why was the decision? Why did you say, "Oh, I'm gonna go freelancing now"? Yeah.
It's more about the like how to put it, bro. Like I can meet a little more people, like not really
Mhm.
meet, but like I can know more people like doing freelancing, and then I can learn a lot of things like from different studios. There are a lot of different techniques and workflow, and it suits my life well. Like
Okay.
yeah.
You can decide, you can choose your clients, and you can say, oh, now I get this month I want to work for this company, and then I got to work for this company. So
Yeah,
you're more
something like
flexible,
that.
right?
Yeah, yeah. It's the more flexible. Yes.
Yeah. So this fits better to your life in general.
Yeah.
How you see the working and social life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's speak about the clients. How do you approach your clients? Are you like contacting them, or are they contacting you? How's the way happening there?
Sometimes the client contacting me first. Sometimes I did contact them first. Like
Hmm.
maybe like for an example, like if I were like when I'm target a studio where I want to work, like as a freelancer, I will learn about the studio first. I will learn about the what kind of project that they are working on, and then after that I start to build up my portfolio to that related about the project. Like for an example, like Sony Santa Monica doing God of War, then I started to okay, I want to do a freelance for them. So then I start to do a portfolio about God of War stuffs, like maybe making
Hmm.
the weapons, something like that. And then when the studio start to open recruitment that suits my position that I want to apply, then yeah, I'm there at the time. Then I will have the all the knowledge about the company. I will have all the knowledge about the project that they are working on. I have the
Hmm.
portfolio that suits the project too. So the most important thing is like uh, I I'm it's important to let them know that I'm suitable for the position, but more importantly, it's more about the company suits me too. Like uh,
Hmm.
like
Hmm.
when you do your work, you have to enjoy the job, right? So it doesn't affect the result that you will give them. It doesn't affect your personal life, something like that. So it's important to make sure that the company is also suitable for you. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
This is pretty cool because I never heard this perspective before. Um, like you would say that the company really needs to fit to you as a person, like when it comes to how they approach things, how they see things,
Yeah, something like
etc. Okay. So, are you self-taught? So, did you learn everything by yourself, or you have been to a university or something else? Or
it's a little bit like mixed. Like when I started to know about 3D modeling, at that time I still in a high school. Then of course I'm at that time I self-taught. And then after that, after I really convinced myself that okay, I want to do this for the rest of my life, then I start to look for a school. Then I found one. It's not a university. It's more like a course in Singapore.
Mhm.
It's called 3D Sense Media School. I
Okay,
studied there for a year and a half.
half a year.
Sorry.
Yeah, 1.5 years.
Yeah, yeah. And then I meet a lot of people, and people start to teach me about 3D modeling more. So I'm not completely self-taught. Like, and a lot of people help me to learn. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, as being an artist, you always have to improve and learn new techniques on your
Yeah,
own.
yeah.
So you can't go like out of school and then you say, "Oh, now I'm a 3D artist for the rest of my life, and I don't need to learn anything new. And let's go. Where's my job?" Okay. I saw. It's pretty crazy when I look at your skills because you are so versatile. You can do like literally anything. it's pretty crazy. You can model fish, you can do hard surface, you can do stylized. So how did you get so versatile? How did you learn so many different techniques? Because when I look at some fish you have recently sculpted in ZBrush, uh, I had no idea how to tackle this one. So yeah, how did you get so flexible with different approaches?
Yeah. So when I in 3D Sense Media School, I like any other friends, and my friends in 3D Sense Media School. The first our goal, is to become a 3D character artist. And then after that, one day, a modeler from a 3D artist from Singapore Ubisoft came to our school. He started to look at my character work. He gave some feedback, a really useful feedback. And then after that, he said something to me, like it's better to have more props than character in your portfolio, because uh, it is very hard for a big triple A game company like Ubisoft to hire a fresh graduate to become their new character artist. And then at that time, I started to think, change my mindset to, okay, maybe being a prop artist, it's not bad after all. And then after that, I started to work in Batavian Studio, my first studio. And then in this studio, we are working for a sci-fi game, survival game called Grimots. I work as a prop artist, so there are a lot of mixture between hard surface and organic. And then since that time, I demanded to be able to do both hard surface and organic. Yeah, it's very hard for me at that time to learn that new stuffs. And then after that, I continue working for outsource company, Redl. At this company too, I cannot like choose. I want to work this only. I want to work this only. The lead always throw us random things to do. So yeah, it's always between a mixture, really mixed assets. Sometimes it's pure organic, sometimes it's only hard surface, sometimes it's mix between both of them, sometimes it's stylized. So yeah, that's why now I can do a lot of things. I can do
Yeah.
hard surface, I can do organic, I can do, not to say that I'm good at that, but I can do anatomy, I can do stylized. Yeah, that's basically why I'm so versatile now.
So it's kind of lucky for you to, yeah, that the person said to you it's pretty hard to be a character artist in the games industry.
Yeah,
So
it's
you
it's
kind of
it,
switched gears and went to props creation, and
yeah,
now you
it's
got both worlds.
at that time it's really, I got, I super disappointed, like damn, I cannot be a character artist.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah, yeah. But now you look back and say, oh, this was pretty good for me or for my technical skills because I had to learn another craft,
yeah,
and
yeah.
now I'm pretty good at both. Yeah, yeah. So, could you give us a short walkthrough through your general essay creation? Like, how is your workflow? I just saw your tutorial you did on the Leartes
Mm.
server. You guys should definitely check it out. But maybe you can give us a short walkthrough how you tackle your props, for example.
Okay, yeah. So actually, it's really depends. But let's say I'm doing for an in-game props, third-person shooter or something like that. Let's say I'm doing a gun. So first, I will make sure the base mass or the volume, the shape, the silhouette is correct first. This is really important for me, because to avoid any future problems. And then after the silhouette is like more or less is there, approved by the company, then I can start to do the high res, whether it is in Maya or in Zebras. Maybe for hard surface, I will do it in Maya. I will do like putting secure ads, so it will have a nice bevel when it's smoothened out. And then I will do the high-res in Maya, and then I will do the retopologize in Maya as well. Just like really simple, like just deleting some ads here and there, deleting the secure ads. Try to get the model to be as low as possible, but not super low that the silhouette is gone. I will still keep the silhouette there, because the low poly is basically the mesh that the gamers see in the game. So it's really important. And then I will bake the everything that I need, like normal map, ambient occlusion in Maya.
Oh,
uh,
you're baking in Maya.
yeah, the ambient occlusion, sorry, I only bake normal map in Maya. The ambient occlusion
Okay.
I will bake in Marmoset toolbag.
Okay.
Yeah. And
It's
then
it's cool. I never heard that before because like I'm baking everything in Marmoset. Maybe sometimes the curvature map is baked in Painter, but yeah, go on.
oh, the curvature, actually I like convert the normal map to curvature map, so I never pick the curvature map in a software.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I heard that before. Maybe you need to walk me through the different yeah how you do that because
Yeah,
I'm really interested in.
sure,
So
sure.
yeah, sorry, go ahead.
The reason why I choose Maya for normal map, because like in Maya I can like move the vertex of the envelope itself, so it's really flexible. Also in Maya, the original mesh doesn't have to be like completely covered by the envelope mesh. So like in Maya, there is a option like big completely inside, or inside and then outside, and then or the closest in the envelope, closest from the envelope mesh. So it's really really flexible. That's why I choose Maya to bake the normal map. And then
Hmm.
after the all the maps that I need is completely baked, then I start to texture in Substance Painter. Whether it is for stylized or for realistic, I will do the texturing in Substance Painter. Yeah,
Okay,
that's like how my asset creation workflow normally.
looks like. Do you have or where do you check your meshes like or not your meshes? Sorry, your textures. Because I find it pretty convenient now when doing like a gun or something to
Hmm.
always when looking how the textures look in Engine or Marmoset, I always try to import export them to Marmoset. So when I have like a new texture set, I just try to update it in Marmoset, and then I see, oh, it looks like this in Marmoset. Or how do you check your textures?
Yeah, usually yeah, when I do for a project for a client, then I will ask about the game engine. If they use Unreal Engine, then I will just check the texture in Unreal Engine. In Unreal Engine, if in Unity, then I will just import the texture in Unity, then check how the texture looks like in Unity. But if they use their own in-house engine, then I will just check the texture in Marmoset Toolbag. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So how was it to to work on the AAA games? Because like when I look at your portfolio, you did lots of stuff for Demon Souls. Was there any difference because of like the PlayStation 5 and its new capacity? And
Mm.
like, did you have any different approach when it comes to texturing or modeling?
Okay, so for the statue, actually I only do the high res and Ritopo and bake the normal map. I bake them the
Hmm.
maps. But for the rings, because the rings is for the UI item, so
Yeah.
the studio really do not give me a trees budget, so I just redeployed as high as possible. So one ring maybe is like 30,000 trees.
What?
Yeah, it's super detailed
Okay.
because it's not for in-game asset. It's just for a UI asset. So yeah, and for my workflow, I actually nothing changed. Like the texturing also the same. I give them 2K maps.
Mm-hmm.
The modeling also the same. Other than the low poly that's super crazy, it's totally the same.
Okay.
The statue also quite low actually. One statue maybe like 20K. Yeah,
Okay.
it's pretty
Okay.
low. So
So
not.
you did like you didn't like have to switch your complete workflow with any other opportunity now.
No, yeah.
This is cool. This is cool. Have you done statues before?
So-
Like, was this a new thing you had to learn?
oh, statues. No, I did statues before, but really simple one. But like in Galahor, it's just from like a rock, and then it's sculpt from that. Uh, if the statues like demon souls, it's really like really defined shape, really pristine shape. You can tell that it's a female. It's the first time for me.
Okay. So what was the hardest thing for you? Like, do it from scratch, or the a statue can be different because like a statue can be a person, or a statue can be a thing. Mostly it's a person. But how hard was it for you to give the statue some characteristic feeling to it?
Um, Actually, it's not. I mean, it's not that it's not that hard. Like because in the statue in Demon Souls, most of the statue the face is like covered by the garment. So
Hmm.
yeah,
Hmm.
it's not really that challenging for the face the expression. The challenging part maybe is like to feel the gap between like when the statue crossing its arm, there will be some gap there, like a hole.
Ah,
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah,
Hmm.
it will be really hard to retopo. So I have
Yeah,
to
yeah.
like cover it with some like spear or anything, and then I do a dynamis. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's the tricky part.
Okay.
Other
Okay.
than that, it's nothing special.
Okay. Um, when you look back on your career for now, what was the hardest thing for you to learn or to understand when it comes to creating assets or props for games?
uh, learning new things like the technical part, like doing trim sheet.
Uh-huh. Hmm.
Yeah, at first I really confused about how to do it seamlessly, because if there's a seam, even a little in a trim sheet, the usually the player can tell. And in my company at that time, it's really you cannot allow I cannot do that at all. So
Hmm.
learning new things like that, like trim sheet. It's really technical. It's really hard for me to understand. So most of the time is the technical part that is really hard for me to understand.
Okay, not the artistic part, more on the technical side when it comes
Yeah,
to
like
creating these.
how to do it seamlessly, something like that.
Have you ever been thinking about becoming an environment artist because like you have the skills for it, and or is this something that is too technical for you?
uh,
Speaking of technical stuff.
yeah, actually, when I see a lot of environment works in our station, I really inspired to do it
Hmm.
in Unreal Engine. I'm willing to learn, but yeah, I need more time to learn about it because there are a lot of technical things that I need to cover, like the lighting set, the light setup, the light baking, something like that. But yeah, I definitely want to learn about it because it's really cool to make a whole environment, not just one props or one asset or one character only.
Yeah, yeah, because it's like a whole big project that is
Yeah,
coming
yeah, it's
together.
like making a word.
Yeah. So you also are good in foliage then, or have you ever worked in foliage?
I ever worked in foliage before, but I will. To be honest, it's not my strongest set of skill because it's really tricky. I haven't found a proper workflow for foliage, so yeah. Usually when I do foliage, it's really messy.
Okay. Okay. So I saw that you're working on a Mac when you did the tutorial. How is it for you to work on a Mac? So I never heard about a 3D artist that is working on a Mac.
Yeah, all my friends use Windows. I'm the only one who use Mac.
Is there a reason for it, or is it just random?
There's the reason behind it because okay, at that time
Okay.
when I want to start to study in Singapore,
Uh huh.
the person there said to me, from now on you have to get used to using a Mac. Okay,
Okay.
then I sell
Okay.
my PC. I sell my PC that I'm usually working that I used to work. Then I buy a MacBook, and then after I start to study there, then I start to see the computer. Then why they use Dell? I thought they use Mac. Yeah. Then after that, since at that time I use Mac all the time.
Okay, so you got so used to it, you don't want to go back, or is there a plan to work on a PC in the future?
I think I will use Mac all the time because I find it more durable, stronger too. The hardware.
Hmm.
Also, I don't have to install an antivirus here, so it's really really user
Yeah, yeah.
friendly for me. But
When it comes,
the bad thing is not all software is compatible for Mac. Like 3D Max is not available for Macs.
oh yeah, yeah. But you're working in Maya, right?
I work in Maya. I used to
Have you
use
ever?
Mac, but
Sorry,
I
sorry.
used
Go
to
ahead.
use 3D Max, but because Mac doesn't have 3D Max, so I need to use Maya all the time.
So you had to switch because of Mac.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about learning Blender?
Oh yeah, I want to learn about Blender because a lot of people told me that it's really easy to do hard surface modeling there. Like some people
Mm-hmm.
also
Mm-hmm.
told me that you don't have to put the securing the edge at all. So it's really
Yeah.
interesting. Is it true?
What I have seen so far, I think yes. They have pretty good plugins like how's it called, Box Cutter and Surface Ops or something. It looks pretty cool, pretty good. But I never had the time to learn it for
Yeah,
now. But
yeah,
I'm always procrastinating with learning new software because you get so used to the tools, like Maya
yeah.
for me. You don't wanna leave for now.
Yeah, that's true. But for me,
Yeah,
modeling hard surface in Maya is really hard.
it is. Yeah, I do my hard surface high poly. I do it in ZBrush,
Okay.
like the Dynamesh and polish workflow,
Okay.
and Cebulian. I really got used to it, and I really like it now.
Uh, I never can get used to it. I never can, doing a hard surface in ZBrush. It's really weird for me. Like I'm so used to use ZBrush for organic modeling.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, then when Zebras announced that they have the Z modular thing, I learned once. Then I never like. It's so weird. Then I just straight go back to Maya for modeling.
I The thing for me was in ZBrush, I find the user interface is super bad when being new to the software. It's it's like it feels like Windows 89, Windows 2000 or something. Because with the buttons and they all look the same, and yeah, there's I just didn't like it in the beginning, but I really wanted to dig into it, so I kind of learned it, or I learned what I need to know.
Yeah,
So did you learn ZBrush in school, or did you learn it by yourself?
yeah. I learned Zebras in. Oh, okay. At first, I learned it myself, so it's kind of a self-taught. And then when I started to study in 3D Sense, then they start to teach me more about how to how the proper workflow in Zebras, like the Dynamesh. I don't even know Dynamesh when I start learn about Zebras. So
Hmm.
yeah,
Hmm.
I learned about Dynamesh, ZeroMesh, even redeploying in Zebras. Yeah, that's kind of how I learned about my workflow in Zebras.
What I'm also interested in, as you being a freelancer, and I think you are working for more clients than one. How do you like organize your work when it comes to time management? Are you having a schedule where you say like, oh, now I gotta work three hours on some switchboard stuff. Now I got 4 hours working on some Leartes stuff, or how are you gonna tackle this?
Okay, so first I have to make sure that the company like when I'm offered the job or I'm applying the job, I will have to make sure that the company know that I have a contract with other company maybe, or I cannot work for you full time, something like that. So yeah, for management, like it's more or less like what you said just now. Like today, I will spend 4 hours for this company. And then another 4 hours for this company, and then another like 2 or 3 hours for this company. So
Mhm.
yeah, it's more or less is something like that. Yeah, for management.
So you kind of have a plan, but you also tell the companies that you are not working full time on their stuff,
Yeah,
that you have other companies as well you have to work on.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
It's
Gotcha.
it's really important for the company to know my availability. So I did not I will not disappoint them. So yeah, that's the most important part.
Yeah, yeah, this is true. All right, Lim. We are mainly through my questions, and I have to say thank you for taking the time. Also, the late night time for answering my questions and being available for the interview. And yeah,
No problem. Yeah, thank you for having me.
thanks.
So this is my first podcast to be honest. So yeah,
There you go. I will put all your information and your portfolio in the info box, and you guys should definitely check him out. He's a pretty cool portfolio, and there will be some other cool stuff I have seen now in it soon.
thank you for the kind words, man.
Thanks. Thanks. Take care.
Okay, take care.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.